Hi, Pisces. I'm getting some kind of peculiar messages in my meditation for you. I have no idea really what they mean, so they could be signs and synchronicities for you, or maybe as the tarot cards come out, it will make more sense. But I'll just tell you what I got so far. First of all, the number 6, and then something about 6 days. I also saw a bear, and then as soon as I tried to focus in on this bear image, it turned into a whale. So there's something about strong, fierce, even feminine energy, an energy that is often hidden. So this is something within you that is often hidden, or only comes out when is necessary. It's this strong, feminine, fierce, even mother-like energy. It's a self-protective energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is. But it's like a bear's in hibernation a lot. The whales under the sea, we don't see them often. Only when they want to be seen do we see them. This is what I'm getting. So something is coming out of you or coming up to the surface from within you to protect yourself, self-protection. And then after I got self-protection, I saw a stop sign and a red light. So it could be the case that you're stopping something from happening. You're putting up some kind of boundary or barrier, or there's like a you shall not pass kind of energy that you're giving to someone else or a bunch of people, or maybe you're setting limitations with yourself. You're getting strict with yourself on something. Then I got this image of you at the equator of the earth, standing on either side. It's like you were straddling the equator, and it's like you had one foot on one side and another foot on the other. And there was something about you going between timelines and traveling between timelines. Then I heard swamp and sterile. So maybe one of these timelines feels really swampy to you and another feels very sterile. Okay, I don't know. I know, it's a little strange. And then I'm also guided to use these cards, which can get very specific and a little spicy. So we're going to use these. Tarot at the bottom. Maybe you're a tarot reader. Okay, or you should pull your own tarot cards, maybe as I'm doing the reading too, if you have them handy or you want to get them. That can help you clarify some of what is resonating with you, but maybe doesn't feel specific enough. All right, let's get in and see what's going on for you, Pisces. What is the theme of this reading for Pisces, Spirit? What does Pisces need to know? What's coming up for Pisces Spirit? What do they need to know for their highest good and the highest good of all for Pisces? Emotions are the reflection, looking for deeper meaning, and pull yourself close. Every part of you is deserving of love. So I feel like these emotions that Spirit is talking about relate somehow to this stop sign and this red light. Color red, the root chakra, protection, feeling safe. So wherever you're feeling like do not cross, and even with yourself, right? Like I'm going to tell myself I can't do that. I'm going to, not answer this work email tonight because I need to relax. Whatever it is where you're saying no, stop, enough. It's reflecting a deeper emotion within you that you need to look at. And that emotion has something to do with safety and self-protection. Protecting your energy is really important at this time. Pull yourself close. Every part of you, your being is deserving of love, right? Because when we give everything a green light and we say, go, 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 no stop sign, just barrel through things or just let everything come towards me or come in my field, then at times it can be because we don't value ourselves enough to give ourselves that space and time we need. So for some of you here, not all of you, Spirit is asking you to remember, and you do know this, but remember it, that you are deserving of love, of self-love too. And you can absolutely say no and stop. Red light, stop sign, don't go there. If someone is about to visit you or travel towards you and you start feeling some emotion that you didn't expect, pay attention to that. It's a reflection of a deeper meaning about what that connection or what that relationship means to you. Okay, don't ignore the things that are coming up or the feelings that are coming up. Some of you, someone wants to connect with you. They feel their intentions are good. And you might be feeling that. But something else inside of you is saying, no, they don't mean it, or it's not really that way, but they do. Okay, take what resonates, right? I mean, it's a general reading. So let's see what else comes through. I'm also seeing the numbers 27 and 12. For Pisces. Fertility and decay. So something that was feeling very fertile to you, something that was growing, is now not. Now you're losing interest in something. Let's see the energy supporting you and the energy challenging you for Pisces. Love is the energy supporting you. Get one more. Oh, I'm seeing Gemini. There could be a Gemini in the mix. But Gemini is that energy of straddling the equator. One foot in one world, another foot in the other. The twins. There's some kind of... Oh, I also got vacay. You could be going on a vacation. That could be important. There is this sense of traveling. If you are traveling somewhere and you're kind of hesitant about going somewhere and you're seeing signs that say stop, red light, I would trust them. Okay? Self-protection is important. Gemini and love. There's a theme here about versatility. Versatility and fertility. So something that isn't working, or there's been a stalling in your progress, or it's starting to decay, something that you thought was going to happen. It's as if, I'm seeing like a train switch tracks. It's like there's another track to go down. Let's see the challenge. Taurus. Wow. There aren't a lot of signs. I mean, look how many cards. There's only 12 signs. We got a lot of astrological reference here. Okay, Taurus. And Pisces. That's so strange. We have selfish and embodied. Some of you have some kind of partnership or business idea, or there's somebody around in your life and you were wanting things to grow in a certain direction, okay? You have certain ideas and ambitions of how things can unfold, but it feels like there's another energy around you, or just the circumstances aren't allowing for that to actually happen. This embodiedness and that selfish card. It could be somebody's not really looking at the shared vision. Every part of your being is deserving of love. Some of you need to take care of your hands some more with the Gemini card coming out. Gemini rules the hands. What house in your chart, if you know, does Gemini rule? That's an area that you could really focus on and it would support you. So in the challenge, Pisces and Taurus. Taurus is about stability, security, but Taurus can be very stubborn, rude too at times. I'm a Taurus. Very abrupt, like almost abrasive, in the shadow, right? There's beautiful qualities about Taurus too, but in the shadow. And Pisces in the shadow can be, I'm hearing disorganized. I guess it's the opposite of Virgo. So yeah, disorganized, but also living in fantasy land in the shadow. So there could be something going on here where you're really digging your heels in. But it's not really clear why. Or someone around you is doing that. I'm going to get more info. Spirit, what's going on here with the energy supporting Pisces? Keep it simple. And fortune. I feel like that's a direct message for someone. Okay, there's something that you've been thinking about when it comes to money, or sharing your money, or sharing resources, or how you want to expand your wealth. And Spirit's telling you to keep something simple, right? Swamp and sterile. They could feel like there's so many options and every option is kind of opposing each other. It's like a feeling of not knowing where to turn. Go with the simple solution right now. Okay, let's see what's challenging Pisces. Long term and caution. Well, if you're with a Taurus or there's a Taurus in your field, in your energetic field, there's a caution here about that. There's, and it doesn't have to be about the person themselves. It could be something that the two of you are facing. There's a caution. There's something long term that you need to think about. Okay. Are you being loved enough, Pisces? Is the love that you have, whether it's for yourself or your friends' love towards you, your family loves towards you, your partner's love towards you, is it like secure? Do you feel secure? Do you feel taken care of? Do you feel like you're expanding with the people around you? I know this is super specific, but it almost feels like there's a kind of a selfish Taurus energy somewhere around. And you have to prioritize yourself. Maybe you need to say no to someone here. Stop. Red light. You need a vacay. That's that bear whale energy coming out. Now, see what area of your chart Taurus rules. Okay, the 12th house, 6th house, that could be a challenge for you right now. 12th house can be hidden enemies. It can be illusions. It could be psychic communication, psychic abilities. It could also be unresolved pain, things in your subconscious. The 6th house is health and daily routines, daily work. So go have a peek at that because I feel like that could really help you. And of course, I can't say exactly what it is. All your charts are different. 3 of Swords for your overall energy. Who's hurting you? What's hurting you, Pisces? Let's find out. What's hurting Pisces right now? Like daggers in the heart. 10 of Cups. Yeah, something that felt like it was good, it was flowing, it was going, it was growing, is decaying. And a 10 of Cups came out in reverse. So it feels like this idea of happiness. Now, this is also a Pisces card. So it could just be your nature, your way is somehow being stifled. Or Taurus can also be very controlling. I'm hearing moody. Thanks, Spirit. Yeah, controlling and moody for sure. I mean, that can happen. I would also be cautious of long-term business partnerships. If you can, maybe make something a little bit more conditional or shorten a contract in some sense, okay? If you can. So there's a lack of joy and happiness and definitely the vision between you and someone else or you and your surroundings are not congruent. They're not in alignment right now, and that's causing you some heartache and pain. Keep it simple. Love and Gemini. Okay, I do want, before I move on from this, I feel like that might be a message for you too. It's almost like you're about to move on from something. Standing between two timelines, traveling. But this swamp and sterile is very interesting. It's like the swamp, I'm seeing like alligators and, the marsh and all that. And sterile is like almost like hospital-like. It feels like who wants to be in either one of those kind of environments? I know. Some people do like the swamp. Some people do like it sterile. But it feels like such a crazy juxtaposition to choose from. Okay, can you tell me more about the love and Gemini that is supporting Pisces? Energy. Question. Bravery. Oh, there's the bear. There's the brave bear. So This Gemini quality that's coming out to support you, Pisces, is your mutable friend, but in air, right? So this part of you that Gemini is here to represent, okay, it could be another person too, but let's just take it as yourself first. There's something inside of you that questions what's going on, this air, this intelligence that you have to see things from different angles, okay? Gemini is very much a questioning sign. And there's something you're asking questions about that maybe you didn't before. Like, is this right? Does this feel good? Do I really want to keep this going? What's failing here? What can I do? How do I protect myself? And this questioning energy here is supporting your bravery. Okay, and these questions you have actually simplifies something for you. Okay, you're asking the right questions, and I feel like the answers are very clear. Now, they might not be easy answers. Maybe they're answers you don't want, but it's clear what you need to do or what should be done. Okay, just one more, Spirit. I want to know, what does Pisces need to be brave about, or what are they being brave about? Scorpio, what's with the signs? And visionary, wow. Your vision for transformation, that's what you need to be brave about. There's also something maybe secret that you've kept under wraps, secret feelings, secret thoughts, okay, secret plans, goals, ambitions, something that's very deeply personal to you. Okay, you have a vision, and Spirit's giving you this energy of Gemini to support you and asking more questions about what it is you want to do with that vision, and to have the bravery to go forward and keep it simple. Stay committed to what it is that you want to do. Okay, and since I've gotten so much more here, I also want more now on what's going on in the challenge. This is so specific, and I'm so curious. It's been a while since I got a super specific reading. I mean, it's partly these cards for sure. Saturn, soul tie, and right. Ooh. How could something so right feel so wrong? Or how could something so wrong feel so right? Which one is it for you? There's a soul tie that has some kind of restriction on it from Saturn. There's a big lesson here in your soul tie, either to the energy of security, support, money, those kinds of things, even the body, like there's lessons about that, or an actual person here. They could have a Taurus moon too. There's something going on with the Taurus energy for sure. Now, there's something that Spirit wants you to know. You didn't make a mistake. Something's not a mistake. Okay, is there something that happened that needed to happen with the right? I also feel like you could be around somebody who always wants to be right as well. Okay. Let me know if this resonates. I mean, if you're still here, I feel like it must. But this has got to be for what, like 5 people? I feel like it's so specific. Okay, so let's see. Tell me more, Spirit, about... I will say this because it's here, and I mentioned that I'm a Taurus, and then we saw tarot. And if you have been on my channel for a long time, and you feel like you kind of need these messages in a way, or you feel lost without them, I feel like Spirit's saying, take a break from my channel. I have to say it, it could be caution long term, don't rely on it. Tarot is good to support us and confirm us and affirm us, but usually in pockets, right? Like in certain periods of time. We don't want to be addicted to it or reliant on it or dependent on it. Okay, so that's maybe for someone who feels like they're like power watching tarot and it's unhealthy, and especially if it's like from Taurus readers, okay, then maybe you need a little bit of a break. Okay, but if that's not you, then keep watching. All right. See the Hangman, there's your card for what you don't see coming. Okay, let me get the rest of the cards out. Maybe you need to watch Scorpio instead. Okay. Although my Taurus is in the 8th house. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see. You could be getting a lot of different opinions from people, a lot of advice about what you should do. And ultimately, as you know, it's your decision to make. But everybody seems to have a say here. Oh, I love that. The outcome's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to get there. The underlying energy is the Knight of Cups. So when I look at the underlying energy, I see this as what ultimately wants to come through, or what's causing, or what's the basis for this whole reading. And we started with emotions are the reflection, with the Knight of Cups now coming through. Look for the deeper meaning. Okay. So yeah, where do you want to go in life? What vision around love specifically has yet to be fulfilled? Okay, because I feel like it's not too late to have that fulfilled. Or it could be something that you love, a project, art that you're creating. There's some emotional connection you have to what you create and what you do. How do you feel about what you do? Because however you feel about what you do, there's a message in there for you. I feel like some of you could be giving too much, not receiving enough. Pull yourself close. You know, maybe your energy is too exposed in some sense. And it doesn't mean you need to go dark or go invisible or something like that, but maybe you do need a little bit of a shield, like an energetic shield, or just some self-care time, you know, some kind of ritual for yourself to remind yourself that you deserve to be protected and loved, every part of your being. If you are a reader, I would do some kind of ritual around your hands, even your feet, since you rule feet, for your grounding, but then also the work that you do with your hands. You need to take care of yourself right now and put yourself first. It's just what I'm seeing, especially because you're going through some heartbreak here, okay? Just saw 2222. The Hangman for what you don't see coming. So tell me more, Spirit. Page of Cups and the Five of Wands. Somebody apologizes to you here. And this is something that you could have wanted to happen for a while. The King of Cups. Maybe somebody knew you wanted this, wouldn't give it to you. Stubborn energy again. Somebody wants to apologize to you, but you have a change of heart. What this apology might do or mean to you. Okay, somebody's coming in here and trying to solve a conflict. And I feel like they're genuinely coming in with I feel the apology is genuine. Let me double check. Ooh. Well, it is genuine, but I'm seeing the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Emperor. But it's genuine but conditional. Is that even possible? It's like they really expect you to accept it. It's like, okay, if I apologize to Pisces, I will get my way. Maybe you know this and you've had a different perspective and you're not willing to go along with it. Someone's apology. You have a different perspective and you're willing to sacrifice something here. I also feel like you're willing to sacrifice like just smoothing things over for the sake of peace. It's like you want to call something out maybe, or you fed up even. You got a bigger plan and you're not telling anyone perhaps. Okay, I'm also getting that. Your opportunity is the Lovers. This is a massive choice that you need to make. It could also be a connection. So let's see. Tell me more about the opportunity for Pisces. What's going on here in the opportunity? The Star. Choice to heal. Choice for destiny. The soul tie. Okay, I need to get specific on this one. I'll show you the cards first. I can't help. Interesting. Maybe you're going to say that. I can't help you, or there's something that I can't help you with. Yeah, stop. Like, I can't help you with that. There's a lot going on with these two cards. I'm getting the sensation here that you are doing something behind the scenes. And it doesn't have to be like something big and extreme, but it's kind of like you're showing up at work or in a relationship and you're doing the things, and then on your own time you're like planning a vacay, or you're planning something else, or you're thinking about a different kind of life, or you're keeping a project under wraps. There's something like, it's like you're doing the star thing, but somebody else isn't really seeing you do that. And if that's the case, if that resonates with you, it is your opportunity to keep going with that energy. It's important that you contain whatever it is that you're working on for the time being. Self-protection. It's a protective thing, you know, like this isn't ready to be shared yet. Or I haven't made up my mind yet, but I need to explore what my destiny is calling me to do, or what my passion is. Now, the Star and the Lovers is also healing, and it could be healing and a connection as your opportunity. So let's clarify. Fear and planning. Yeah, no, but see, it feels more like you're doing something. You're planning something. And somebody doesn't know. You could have fears about this. I feel the sense of like wanting to feel alive, like feel excited and alive, and you do, but there's some environment or some person or something going on where like it's not feeling that way. And the challenge for you is the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is coming over like this. It feels like this could be somebody else saying like really harsh things, or really putting down your dreams. You know, I'm hearing put a cork in it. I hope nobody's saying that. I feel like you'd have a great comeback if that was said. Okay, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, you're pretty good with that. There's something about, like, you can keep a straight face, but there's something almost like you're keeping a straight face about, but it's painful to do it. Okay, let's see. What's the Knight of Swords? Judgment. An awakening. Somebody says something really out of line, really harsh, insensitive, kind of rash, comes out of nowhere, brash. Maybe they could have a rash, I'm hearing. Okay, I don't know. They're rushing something, and it's your wake-up call to see something about this, okay? So somebody rushing your plans or telling you to ignore red lights, stoplights, you know, that thing about traveling and feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should go there. And somebody else saying, go, Pisces, what are you, scared? And you're like, no, my intuition is telling me I shouldn't do that. But someone's like antagonistic here, and it's your wake-up call about them. Somebody could be pushing you into uncomfortable territory, okay? Keep it simple. Bravery, vision, planning. Don't fear this person. They're a lot of hot air. Okay, the Knight of Swords is hot air. You know, they have a lot to say, but that's about it. Okay, and I'm not saying what they're, you know, what they say could be intense and painful. But it's here to show you something. I feel guided to pull one of these. What's going on here? What's going on here? Vulnerability and renewal. Yes, it's like you haven't been able to be vulnerable with this situation or whatever this is. And the Knight of Cups is an energy of vulnerability as strength, like I'm going to open my heart. I'm going to trust in the process. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to explore my dreams. But there's something where that's shifted now and you're not feeling that sense of safety enough for you to be vulnerable in the way that you want to be, in the way that you are. And there's something about whoever I'm connecting to today, there's something about your vulnerability that is extremely creative and psychic. And this rigid Taurus energy, whether you're embodying it yourself or it's someone around you, is stifling your vulnerable creativity. Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, it feels very strong, this message. There's not a lot of could be, might be, it may be. It feels pretty certain here. Okay, and that's not always the case in my readings. So the Knight of Wands for your advice. Well, look at you. Here's who's challenging you, or whatever this is, the Knight of Wands challenging you. But look, you already see them coming. It's like, I feel like Spirit is saying you already got eyes on what's going on. You could be worried that someone could surprise you with something, but they won't. Now, the other thing I'm seeing here as advice is not to follow this energy. Don't take on their energy. If you don't agree with something, that's like going through a red light just because the car in front of you did. Spirit's saying don't do that. Look, the red, right? Now, the Knight of Wands is also about passion, inspired passion, but there's a look of like this determination on this knight's face. I don't know if you can see it. So let me find out what's going on here, Spirit, for Pisces and their guidance, their advice. Ooh, the Devil. The World. Saturn. Tell me about this Devil. Overthinking. We have 3 knights out here. Travel. Straddling timelines. I wrote down traveling. So you're overthinking. Don't overthink something. It's coming from the shadow. Now this Gemini is unlocking a lot of questions in you, and that's supporting you. But there's a difference between questioning things and seeing multiple possibilities and overthinking. What is this Devil? So I need to know more. Yeah, there's something about, hold on a second. You're coming in as the Knight of Wands, or at least that's your advice. And then it's like, don't follow this Knight of Swords. And there's all this energy. The Devil. Communication, overthinking. Okay, I need to know what's going on here. The Seven of Wands. Whoever you don't accept their apology, okay, or like you have a different perspective on it and they pick up on it, I feel like they try to cast some doubt into your perspective or your decision. It's like they try to make the swamp that they've created or the swamp that you're in sterile, or they tell you it's sterile when clearly it's not. It's a freaking swamp. They might even be telling you you're overthinking something. I really want to tell you, Pisces, that you know what you know. What you don't see coming is the Hangman, which is a enlightened perspective that doesn't come easily. It's big wisdom from sacrifice. It takes a lot of bravery to get to that level of the Hangman. So don't let someone derail what it is that you're trying to do. There's something more here. I'm not getting it. There's something like else happening with this overthinking. I need to know more about the overthinking. Mother. Ooh, the mother bear. For some of you, this is not for all of you, you are feeling very protective these days of yourself. Or others too, but like it's like you're telling someone that, or you're acting in that way, and they're criticizing you for that. Or they're telling you to drop your guard. Now, the other thing is, if you get into a cycle of overthinking in your mind, for some of you, okay, Spirit is saying that overthinking monster I'm hearing may be a monster that was created in childhood by an unsupportive parent. It doesn't have to be your mother. It could be another kind of parental figure. It could be a father. But it's like someone in your life didn't support your choices or was very questioned you in some way. Are you sure, Pisces? Are you sure that's what you want to do? I don't think that's going to work. What about this? Oh, yeah, okay, but what about that? There's somebody here who maybe brought ambivalence towards you and you may fall into that trap sometimes in your mind and start overthinking, but it's just a program, from childhood that you're used to or that was installed, to speak crudely. But that questioning here, Spirit is saying you can transmute that wound, that pain, that memory, that program into something that works for you. And instead of making those questions be like, I'm overthinking things, make them like, I'm seeing different possibilities. It's opening my field. It's expanding my field. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something about being able to transmute a negative voice in your head into something that actually works for you. Anything else with the devil? For those of Pisces who this does not relate to their mother. Friends. Okay, it could be your friends too. So specific. Your mother, your friends. Overthinking. Okay. You really got to, with the hangman, you really got to follow your own voice. Your own inner vision and your own voice. Okay? Forget what everyone else is saying. Really, truly. Okay. Let's see the outcome. I'm also going to do an extended. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. We're going to see what else is underneath this. It tends to get more specific. This already feels very specific, so I'm curious to see what will happen. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you don't like that idea, you hate it, you feel like you're gypped now because you don't know what's going to happen, trust that Spirit already knew you were not down for an extended and therefore gave you everything you personally needed right here. Okay? That's the way it works. Spirit ain't going to leave you hanging, okay? So let's see. The outcome. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. You see a better opportunity somewhere. You're definitely leaving something behind. Something's gone awry. Something isn't all that it's cracked up to be. You got to leave somewhere. You're going. And there's a better opportunity. It's a good one. Ace of Cups. Okay? Like in the 8 of Cups, we realize like, these 8 cups aren't doing it for me. It's not my 9 of Cups. It's not my wish fulfillment. It's not giving me what I really desire and want and need. So I'm going to have to leave this behind. And look, when you make that decision, that the 9th cup is given to you. So Spirit is really saying this is a time to be brave. Oh yeah, look, this is like the equator, right? On either side. So maybe you don't need to pick this or that. Maybe there's a third path that you need to see that you haven't seen yet. Okay? There's an option here for you, and it's a good one. All right, Pisces, that's what I have for you. I really hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.